Hello ministry partners, it has been so long since we last updated you. That's largely because of getting used to being a family of 6 with 4 kids. That's been a bit of an adjustment. And also we've had some health things, just a lot of sickness, a lot of my Crohn's disease related sickness, and also kids getting sick. It's felt like just constantly for the last 2 months. But all that aside, we are thrilled to update you on what's been going on in life and ministry here at U of I. I think if I were to summarize this last month or two of what ministry has kind of been, I would say it's been consistent and really sweet discipleship with students paired with lots of events and lots of hosting things. There's been times this semester where it's felt like we've had 50 plus students in our house each and every week, and sometimes that's definitely been true. Also, back in early March, this happened. Didn't go too well after that, but man, that week on campus, that was really fun. You could feel the buzz, feel the energy after the Big Ten championship. That was a lot of fun. One of those big events, though we didn't actually host this one, but Brooke was the main speaker at it, was the freshman retreat.
Hello, I am about to leave for freshman retreat, stay in an Airbnb together for a day, and it's gonna be a ton of fun. We are at the freshman retreat!
Hello, I'm Jonathan.
Hello, my name is Carson. I'm a freshman.
It's a sweet tradition to gather all the freshmen, get them off campus together, typically with like one staff person kind of doing the main content, and let them, build relationships and build community even early on in their first year on campus. There are a number of the students that Brooke and I meet with regularly who are at this event. I think a total of 7 who are there of the whole of the 20 or so who went.
I am undecided. I mean, like education. I love history.
I'm so glad that you're here. Okay, to a different one. Let's head back to our passage. 2 Peter 1:3 says,
It was a really sweet time. Brooke did an amazing job. I heard so much feedback from students on how much they loved her, and because of after having Tess, Brooke hasn't been able to be on campus all that much, with students all that much, and so this was kind of her, at least since Tess was born, this was her big kind of introduction in a lot of ways to some of these freshmen. They loved having her there, loved hearing her talk, loved hearing how she led discussion. It was a really sweet time of community and definitely kind of building memories for the freshman class, and so that was really sweet. So Brooke spoke to all the freshmen, and then the very following weekend, I hosted all of the sophomores here to leave content with them and allow them to just kind of be together and have fun together for an overnighter. They weren't really able to have a freshman retreat as freshmen because that was during the peak of COVID, and so I felt really compelled to give them this same kind of memory building night together. And so they all came over to our house, and I think we're up until 4:30 a.m. or something like that. I was fast asleep by then. But it was really fun, and it was really fun leading discussion with them on what it really looks like to get plugged into a local church community now as college students and then on for the rest of their lives. And so it was sweet being able to kind of process through, what's difficult about living in community and what's difficult about navigating some of the messiness of in a lot of ways a sinful and broken church, but one that we still are called to be connected to, and it's the main way that we live out this Christian faith for a lifetime. And so casting that vision for them and discussing how we do that well was really, really sweet with them. There's been several Thursday nights where we've hosted everyone for game nights and things like that. That's been a regular occurrence out at our house as well. And then the other one, something that I started, was movie nights. Movie nights used to be a really big thing back when I was a student and even recent graduate within Cru. Me as someone who studied film at U of I, it's something that's very near and dear to my heart. And so it's been fun bringing students into that. And each week we've done it. Attendance has grown. It's catching on. This last one, I think we had 26 students there, something like that, and we'll have at least one more before the school year ends. And so that's been really, really fun, bringing students into that. It's really just meant to be fun and community building, nothing else beyond that. But yeah, I really enjoy it. They've really enjoyed it. Like I said, it's kind of catching on, and students are looking forward to the next ones each time we do it. And so yeah, that's been really fun. And again, it's been really sweet to be able to use this house that we moved into over the summer and bring students into it. It's sweet that now you'll hear students make an announcement like at a large group meeting and say, oh, such and such an event is at the Marquis's. It's at the Marquis house. And we know not everybody in the movement knows, oh, it's at the Marquis's. Okay, I'm very familiar with that. It feels like a very safe place. It feels like a very normal place in our movement. That's really fun, honestly, and that is what we wanted. Even me and Brooke being 30 years old and having a bunch of 19-year-olds over to our house for various ministry events. It's sweet that that's become normal. That's not considered weird. Even the fact that we live off campus and even outside of town a little bit, yeah, it's just become normal in our movement, and that's actually really, really sweet. One big prayer request that we would ask of you guys is next week, we are having a Blitz the Campus week. What we mean by that is a week of sharing our faith a lot on campus, which that's a large part of what we do here at Cru. But actually, since COVID, it's been much more difficult to kind of go about evangelism, sharing our faith out on campus compared to the way that things used to be. Basically, we're so much more weather dependent because largely it has to be done outside on the quad or in common places out on campus. And so because of that, we've actually been somewhat limited, especially as we're now kind of exiting the winter, colder months. So now that things have warmed up at least a little bit, yeah, we're excited to get out there and equip students, train students, give them practical training and experience sharing their faith, sharing the gospel with students. And so we're gonna be doing that all next week from 1 o'clock to 5 o'clock. We're gonna meet on the hour, every hour, to pair up, to pray, and then to go out and share our faith with people around the quad and surrounding areas of campus. And so I would ask that you would pray for students for courage, that you would pray for boldness, that you would certainly pray for God to be at work in their conversations, drawing students to himself through those conversations, through those steps of faith. There will be lots of students with us who do this for the very first time in their life. Pray that we would equip them well and cast this vision well of why we do this and why we think it's worth it and why we want to take these steps of faith in the first place, and certainly for God to use it and draw students to himself. So would love prayers for that. Again, that's all this coming week, Monday through Thursday. Technically, you're not doing it on Good Friday, and even the timeliness of it with Good Friday and then Easter capping off the week. Hopefully this stuff will be on students' minds to begin with. A lot of students maybe even considering going to church for the first time all year because they feel like they should. That can come up in conversations and actually open up really cool doors that maybe, a conversation in the middle of November or something wouldn't have done. And so, yeah, ask that you would pray and that the Lord would use those conversations and grow our students. As always, we are so thankful for you guys You guys are having such a big impact on these students' lives. You're so invested prayerfully, financially, emotionally, socially, all these things. We'd love to hear back from you. Would love to hear your prayer requests that you might have. We're so thankful for you guys. We'll update you again soon.